It's now day 17 of our road trip and we are now in Ely, Nevada. Our main adventure for today is to visit Lehman Caves, which is found in the beautiful Great Basin National Park. The Great Basin National Park is off Highway 487. It is located in a very remote area with limited services where there is a long stretch of the highway where no gas stations nor food places is in sight. The Great Basin National Park is known for its extreme arid climate, from rugged mountain peaks to vast underground caverns. It is also the home of the ancient bristlecone pines, which survived over thousands of years and are extremely rare. Just trying to make a quick stop here to enjoy this landscape. We are on our way to the Lehman Caves and this place is just absolutely gorgeous. The Lehman Caves is about 37 miles from Ely, Nevada. Have to go through narrow zigzag roads to go up and down the valley to get to the mountains, but other than that, it's a beautiful drive. The entire stretch on this road has these yellow flowers lined up on the side of the road. They are very pretty. We're stopping at the Great Basin Visitor Center. I'm gonna try to see what they have here. I'm gonna go check it out. That looks like the Wheeler Peak, that mountain that you see in the background. This is the Great Basin National Park Visitor Center.
Elk browse where forest meets meadow, and young kit foxes play on the desert floor. In spring and summer, wildflowers tap moist soils to cast vivid bursts of color onto the slopes of the park.
From the visitor center is the Lehman's Cave, which is about 5 miles away. There's the valley. We're way up here on the mountains now. You can see the valley down below. There's a better view of the valley. There's the Wheeler Peak Scenic Drive. Lehman Caves Visitor Center. Straight ahead. There's an apricot on the tree. It's an orchard of apples, apricots, pears. As you enter the Lehman Caves area, you will notice an orchard including apples and apricots. The Lehman's Visitor Center is where the tour begins. While waiting for our tour, we were able to explore the exhibits that provide helpful information about how Lehman Caves was formed. We also had the opportunity to explore the park's grounds before our tour. This is a historic orchard. These are apple trees and apricots, pears. They had been here for many years. So the national park is trying to preserve them. The largest apricot trees were planted by Absalom Lehman in the late 1800s, and to date, they still produce fruits almost every year. This is the trail that goes to the natural entrance of the cave. Lehman Caves is the longest cave system in the state of Nevada. It is only available to enter on a ranger guided tour.
Yeah. Good. Good morning.
Ooh, smells like a cave. Ooh.
Yes, the map.
Ooh, the ceilings are low.
Watch your head, yeah.
Yeah, watch your head. Watch your head.
Watch out for your head coming out.
So welcome everyone to our first stop here in the caves. We are standing in the lodge room right now. And this room in the cave gets its name from the Ely Elks Lodge. The Elks Lodge being a fraternal group was over in the town of Ely. It's about 60 miles from here, so about an hour's drive. Today's time, of course. But the Elks Lodge, they gave this room their name because in the late 1910s and early 1920s, they actually were using this room to hold meetings.
Oh, look at this. Some hammering here.
That's true, because there'd be no way to get through the cave
Yep,
when you first got here, because everything would be filled.
yep. Oh, wow. beautiful.
I keep that because I want to use
What are some of the first things that we noticed when we came through this space, into this room?
graffiti.
Graffiti, yeah. So, good eye. In case you couldn't tell, it's also all over the ceiling in places you didn't even notice at first. So, you guys said this is graffiti, and yeah, I don't think you're wrong. What we call them is inscriptions. It's maybe a nicer word for them. And this is the inscription room, right? We are totally covered in inscriptions in here. It's really, really fascinating. And this isn't the only place where we see inscriptions. There are over 2,000 recorded inscriptions we see throughout the cave. They don't all look like this. Some of them are a bit harder to see, but they're in basically every room of the cave. Now, there's a reason why there's so many in this room, and it does have to do with what we walked through, right? This tunnel over here, that some of you certainly noticed was man-made. So we call this the Panama Canal. It was built probably 1919, 1920, thereabouts. The first record we have of it is in a newspaper article from 1921. You guys might notice if you look in some areas where the lights are, you'll see some green, and that is the combination of water and heat. Things start growing, algae, land flora. So that's really what we're worried about, is bringing in new biota, possibly, and there's new food for the things that live in here, called cave popcorn. You guys haven't heard of it before? It's the crunchy looking stuff that we see forming on a lot of other formations as well. You're going to notice there's a lot of things in caves and cave science that have food names. Like this little straw. And soon I'll show you guys some cave bacon. Cave bacon and the secret door. The secret door is where all the naughty children go. Cave bacon. It is, yeah. So there are to give us a frame of reference too, it's helpful to understand that it's not like trees and tree rings. We can't count the inside of a stalactite and know how long it took to form. It's really dependent on what's going on the surface, right? If you have a lot of water over a couple of years, more water is going to find its way in the cave. If you have drought, it's going to be drier down here.
You're like a contortionist.
Yeah, I know. Maybe take a picture and go on.
Alright, so my friends, we're just coming in. Feel free to go on over there and take a look at a picture over in the lake room and all that water.
Oh, there's water.
And then you can continue following me. An interesting thing with that room, the lake room, is that it's one of the only areas in the cave where we see water year-round. Most of the time when water comes in here, it's in the spring. We see a lot of water as the snow melts. Forms in small pools throughout the summer that stick around. Eventually they evaporate or sink down underground. But the lake room has had water in it for like 2.5 years. That's incredible. But it could disappear.
That's incredible.
Next year it could be gone. So it's one of those interesting ephemeral areas of the cave. But it's one of those funny things where, early cave because of how stable the rock is in here, you would probably hear the earthquake, but you wouldn't feel it so much. Maybe a slight jolt, maybe some dust. The rock itself is going to stay. It's really, really stable. So we see cracks like that, and we kind of laugh that, yeah, they saw that kind of freak out. built a smooth little footer. But those cracks are the very reason that we have all this cave footage. Well, it's how water gets moved. It's really just natural water movement. Follow that circular shape. Help you identify that. And there's some more in here. This is one too. Might be hard to notice.
Watch your head, Mom.
Very tight space here.
Hoy, sawa.
It smells damn good. So cute. Really nice. Daylight. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I just want to take a picture of how long the whole round.
Sure. Let everyone else out first.
Ooh.